September 25th is a really big day for me. This is my story of how I started traveling full-time and everything that I've learned so far this past year. 1 year ago today, we left Canada. We left our old way of life and started a new life full of worldly adventures and experiences. I was living a very comfortable life. We had a beautiful home. I had a great career, and we were living a great lifestyle. When I look back, I guess what pushed me over the edge was one day I was listening to an interview with BNN, and a well-known economist, he referred to the Canadian real estate as the next GameStop trade. And we all know how that ended. It just seems like there is a big bubble that is going to burst at some time. So we decided to lock in our capital-free gains. In Canada, when you sell your primary residence, there is no capital gains. We decided that our portfolio manager could return better profits for us rather than leaving our large home empty while we travel. Needless to say, we don't miss the constant maintenance and upkeep that a large home and property requires. Our timing was perfect, and we sold our home in 1 day. We also secured a long closing period, which was really helpful when we were selling off all our goods of things that we had accumulated over the many years. I have to say, it was really scary at first, but it seemed like the more we sold, the freer I felt. And we have discovered that everything you own owns a piece of you. So just remember that. The next big change happened for me in early September of 2022. I became part of the Great Resignation. I walked away from my career and I decided to change my life as I knew it. Am I retired now? No, I am choosing a different life and a different journey, a time for reinventing me. I am now vlogging my travels from around the world and sharing them on YouTube. I really hope you like this video and subscribe to my channel, as it really does help me to build this channel that I am so passionate about. Our first trip was returning to Mexico. We actually thought we would move to Mexico permanently. We both have acquired Mexican permanent residency. After some time, we looked around at houses, but we also felt it just wasn't the right time to buy a home. And quite frankly, we were simply loving our freedom. I wanted time to go see, feel, experience, and explore the world. Time is the most precious commodity we have. You can never get it back. I want my life to count, not for someone else, but for me and the people I love. Randy and I are now capturing the moment, traveling the world. I don't want to just dream it, I want to live it before it's too late. Throughout the year, I have been posting on Instagram and Facebook some of the unique travel stories. At first I thought, oh gosh, maybe I'm posting too much. However, everyone was reaching out to me and encouraging me to keep it up and to post more. They really seemed to enjoy our adventures. So I decided to start a YouTube channel. Randy and I are both very well seasoned and experienced travelers. My goal now is to create informative, inspirational travel content to help others take some of the fear out of travel. I love creating the travel content and I love sharing it with you.
Thank you.
We have now been traveling a year today. We first traveled through the United States and then spent 7 months in Mexico. We left Mexico in April, driving up the Baja to Las Vegas. Since then, we have spent time in Egypt, Jordan, Indonesia, and Malaysia. Did you know you can travel the world for less than sitting in your home in Canada? What? I had no idea this was possible, but it is. We spend roughly $5,000 a month, which includes all our airfares, hotel, food, entertainment, cell phone, which happens to be unlimited coverage, scuba diving, and worldwide health insurance. I never have to cook. I never do the dishes. I never do the laundry. I never have to do the garden. I have a free gym. And we can come and go as we please at any time, anywhere. Now, this is what you call freedom. I have been documenting all our spending since we left. We are not traveling like backpackers, and we're not skimping. At this stage of life, we do enjoy comfortable surroundings. Some of our stays and adventures are true 5-star, others not so much. Some of the more remote areas we visit, accommodation is limited, and we have to be more flexible. Our only prerequisites are that they are safe and clean. Value and common sense is our odometer to how we travel. I use Google Flights when finding the deals to our next destination. If you happen to be flexible, you can find amazing deals. I love Google Flights. For example, we flew from Las Vegas to Cairo for $425 Canadian, taxes included. Randy, he's in charge of the hotels, and Randy uses booking.com. We then book 1 to 2 nights. If we want to stay longer, we will deal with the hotel directly. And we have found that a little negotiating goes a long way in saving a lot of money. For example, we wanted to stay in Kuala Lumpur for a month. We booked 2 nights and then walked around exploring all our options. In the heart of the tourist district, I spotted this gorgeous looking property across the street. Upon entering, we discovered it was the Pan Pacific property. I immediately thought it's going to be way too much. After a little negotiating, though, we secured a beautiful 1-bedroom suite on the 21st floor with a spectacular view for only $97 Canadian a night. We can't even get a weekend at the Pan Pacific in Canada for what we paid in 1 full month. And by the way, they even threw in a buffet breakfast for every morning. One of my big concerns when we decided to travel full time and when we were leaving Canada for more than 6 months was losing our free health care. So we did a lot of research and we purchased private healthcare insurance. And this will allow us to travel anywhere in the world. It is good globally. The healthcare that we have chosen focuses on preventative medicine by promoting full body checkups and pre-screening. I recently had my checkup here in Kuala Lumpur. I had a mammogram, a pelvic ultrasound, a bone density test, a stress test, an ECG. I met with a cardiologist. I had an eye exam, hearing tests, complete blood work analysis, and I even met with a dietitian. I was able to do this all in 1 day. This would have taken me years of begging to get this type of testing done in Canada. The hospital in Kuala Lumpur is Prince Court, and it is a world-class medical facility. When you walk to the front doors, there's valet parking. It is beautiful. I was shocked at the level of quality and efficiency this hospital worked at. It runs like clockwork, and I was so impressed. So what is next for us? We are heading to some very remote places that so few people have ever had the opportunity to experience. Have you heard of the Forgotten Islands? It is located in the Banda Sea in Indonesia. There we will board a liveaboard called the Aranui for 12 days. We will be scuba diving some of the most pristine waters found on Earth. Then we will leave Indonesia and head to Vietnam. So good morning, Vietnam. We'll be touring in Hanoi and then head down to Hoi An. After Vietnam, we will once again head back to Indonesia, where we will board another liveaboard called the An Bonny. This time we will be touring around Raja Ampat. This is another very unique, exotic location, and we can't wait to share these stories with you. We have now been traveling full-time for the past year, and I am so glad that we took this leap of faith, because these have been the best times of my life.